All right, today, 12 noon, presidential candidate Nikki Haley is going to deliver a State of the Race speech. It's going to be held at Clemson University at Greenville 1, which is in the 5th floor auditorium at 1 North Main Street in Greenville. You've been in that event. That's a nice venue, isn't it?
It is. Very nice venue. Clemson has their MBA program and some of their other graduate degrees there, and just a great facility in downtown Greenville.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what she has to say. A lot of us are speculating that she's finally going to see the handwriting on the wall. A brand new poll just came out, an exclusive Suffolk University USA Today poll. She is getting trounced. Among those likely to vote in the primary this weekend, Trump leads Haley by close to 2-1, Joey, 63 to 35%. Almost 30 points. So, Joey, you know South Carolina politics better than anyone. Conventional wisdom says she's going to drop out today. Does conventional wisdom apply to Nikki Haley?
I don't think it does. And, interesting that this comes up. I had breakfast with some of my friends here in upstate South Carolina this morning, and we're talking about this race. Of course, everybody's talking about it. I've been out to a couple of the polling places this week. We're having early voting in South Carolina this week, and so we're talking about this, and no one believes that Nikki Haley has a chance, but they also believe that she's probably in this race. Some of her money folks, they're continuing to write the checks, and I think as long as they do, she'll probably stay in it. I think the theory on her part is that I stay in it because there's so many unknowns with all the legal issues that Trump is having. I think maybe her hope is that something sticks, and so then the party is going to be looking for another nominee.
But this is so weird. I just had to correct a caller from St. Simons Island, Georgia, who said, "Yeah, I don't believe a convicted felon can run for president, so she's hoping he gets convicted." People don't realize, Joey, there's nothing that can happen to him that can disqualify him from running. There's 2 requirements: 35 years of age or older, and a naturalized citizen. That's it. A convicted felon, and in fact, an incarcerated person can run for president and win.
Yeah, but I'm not talking in respect that he would not be allowed to run because of those things. I'm talking about at some point maybe he chooses not to because he has to pull his business back together or whatever. I just think that's probably what Nikki Haley and all the Democrats and the money people who are behind her, I believe that's their thinking. And we know that Trump is going to continue as long as he possibly can, and I expect him to be back in the Oval Office. I don't see her dropping out today. I'm not so sure. Trump is in town today too. He'll be taping his town hall with Laura Ingraham at 2:00. I'm not so sure that she's having this press conference just to sort of try to compete with the attention that he's receiving because of the Laura Ingraham town hall today.
Wow. Where's that going to be? Where's the Laura Ingraham town hall going to be taped?
Literally just a few miles from where Nikki Haley is having her press conference. Interesting story here. They started out, it was going to be in the Spartanburg Auditorium. Fox News, from what I'm told here locally, Fox News set up they leased the auditorium with the idea that it'd be in Spartanburg, South Carolina, but they did not consult with any of the local party operatives here. The Spartanburg County Republican Party chairman. I'm told they really did not have a lot of discussion even with the local Trump organization here. This was all done at much higher levels.
Wow.
So they leased the auditorium, not realizing that it's across the street from a polling place. And South Carolina, you cannot have campaign activity within 500 feet of a polling place.
Oops.
So they already had it booked. I'm told that there's going to be around 1,800 to 2,000 people who are invited, and they already had quickly sold out. And then they realized, well, we have to change the location because we can't be there. So they moved it to Greenville, to the Greenville Convention Center. and it's just down the road from where Nikki Haley will have her announcement today.
Wow. Well, that's today at noon, and then Trump's going to tape at 2, but it'll air tonight in primetime on Laura Ingram's show. Man, I miss 94.5 The Answer. You know, let's just be blunt here. The timing of our company selling 94.5 The Answer could not have been worse. I mean,
could not have been.
It's just the timing's awful. Now, I got some hopeful news that maybe we're returning to the upstate of South Carolina one of these days. Say a little prayer. I can't get specific, but you never know. Some things, there are conversations and discussions, and you just never know. So if you're listening to us on the stream right now, if you're listening to us through Mike Online or our app or watching on Salem News Channel, and you're in South Carolina or Western North Carolina, hey, say a little prayer that maybe we can return soon to South Carolina, because, hey, the whole nation is going to watch the Palmetto State this year, Joey. So much is, as is often the case, so much happens there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, we're the first in the South, and there have been just one or two eventual GOP nominees who did not win South Carolina. You and I were in the middle of one of those. Newt Gingrich, of course, won South Carolina, was not able to capture the eventual nomination, but he's one of just a few who did not win South Carolina. This is the road to victory, and so it's going to be Saturday is the day. Of course, again, we've had 2 weeks of early voting. That's kind of new for us, but you know, from what the poll managers are telling me, people have embraced it. You know, they've seen a pretty good turnout. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens on Saturday.
All right.
Of course, you'll be all over it on the Mike Gallagher Show.
Well, you're going to be all over it because you'll be giving us a breakdown on Monday's show of the South Carolina primary and giving us all the X's and O's and all the analysis, because, again, nobody knows South Carolina better than Joey D. Hudson, joeyhudson.com. Make sure you download his podcast and stay in touch with Joey every step of the way. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate you checking in.